Soak yourself under the moonlight this week, people, because the full moon and lunar eclipse in Leo is coming your way. Hello friends, I'm Chanti from Foxglove Tarot. Well, currently a lot of my friends and everyone around me is being bitten by the lunar eclipse bug, and they're like, hey, please, can you make a video about it and like what to do and stuff. So yeah, here I am just sharing what I know and what I'm going to do on this week's season. So on Wednesday, on the 31st of January 2018, exactly at 8:27 p.m., and that's GMT plus 7, so that's like Jakarta time, we will witness the first lunar eclipse of the year. And this time, residing in the roaring Leo, it's going to highlight our personal needs, especially in relationships, creativity, glamour, and of course business, if you are an entrepreneur or if you work in the entertainment industry. Now, according to Cafe Astrology, the energy of the full moon is really good in illuminating or highlighting issues that are already there but have not yet been dealt with. And with lunar eclipse being present as a bonus, it's going to mean that we are going to be pushed, like cosmically, to solve things and move forward. Like literally, we need to make that much needed changes in our life that we haven't done since last new moon, probably. And I'm sure it's going to be really dramatic. I hope you're ready for the wild ride, because like it's not just the fact that it's full moon or lunar eclipse, but it's also the fact that every full moon, like the sun and the moon is going to be on the opposite of one another, and this time around it's going to be Aquarius's community spirit and Leo's self-love vibe that is in contrast with one another. So I hope you're ready. Anyway, here are my personal tips. Actually, for me, it's more of like step by step in celebrating this week's royal full moon. Number 1, think about what needs a drastic change in your life. Has there been any specific issue that's been bugging you since last January's new moon in Capricorn? Because like the Capri usually deals with mapping out ambition and like putting the system back into your life. And usually with new moon in Capricorn, we kind of like make plans about what we need to do this year, what can be changed in a huge way. And usually after new moon, there will be full moon where your wishes might have been come true, some of them. Well, if it hasn't, try to shed some light on what are the issues and what needs to be changed, and try to work towards a solution this week. So, for example, I have been struggling with accounting so much because I'm really bad with money. That's number 1. And then number 2 is that I kind of find money as a personal thing. Because I'm an entrepreneur, so sometimes if I see like, oh my god, this is so expensive, I've been spending too much money on nothing, I just felt like I'm a total failure. I don't know if this is the case with any of you guys, but that's just my personal experience. Anyway, so to deal with this, on the last new moon, I've decided to outsource one of my friends to help me with accounting. And we started working some planning. We started, like a few days ago, we started mapping out what are my goals, what are my objectives, what are the issues that's been holding me back, and what can be done about it. And she's been so amazing, and I'm so thankful to have her around. And yeah, we've actually managed to do a little bit of bookkeeping from the year 2016, which was like a long time ago. But basically, this full moon in Leo has ignited my passion for my business again, and it has made me determined to finish what I've started. It's been pretty good, really. Number 2, write these stuffs down. So after you think about what needs to be changed, it's time to put them all down in a piece of paper. I cannot highlight more of the importance of this because sometimes you want this, you want that, but then by the time you need to do the ritual, by the time you need to do something about it, you forgot what the problem was about. And it happened to me as well. So when I did map out my issue earlier, you know, the one that I was telling you about, I was actually having like a clearer view about the actual problem, and apparently it's not as big as I thought it would. I think it's because it's been going on in my head. I thought it was like, oh my god, I can't deal with any of this. But after I write them down, I realized that they're all feasible. I can actually solve this. So I think it's really important for you to get a piece of paper and then write everything down. And then just get ready to cleanse your soul from all the bad habit and the bad mojo that has been stopping you from achieving what you need to achieve this year. Moving on. Number 3. This is my favorite. Burn them all. I'm not saying burn the people that's been hurting you or whatever. What I meant was burn the stuff that you need to let go. And also that piece of paper that I was telling you about. I hope you still remember step 1 and step 2. Because just like any full moon ritual, it's not complete unless we burn something. And it can be anything as well. So I actually have quite a funny story about this. I have a good friend of mine that was dating this guy, and they had like a completely toxic relationship because, well, there's a lot of personal things I can't really share in this video, but basically this guy hasn't completely moved on from his ex. And he actually wrote a book about their relationships. And it was like a really personal book that he actually sold and stuff, you know, like he was a writer. So during the start of their relationship, this guy actually had the cheeks to give my friend the book and ask her to read it. And so when I met her yesterday, she was like, I still have the book and I really want to burn it. And me being someone who actually remembered all the full moon dates and stuff, I was like, tomorrow is the full moon in Leo. You should totally burn it tomorrow. And she was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna ask my landlord and see if they have any barbecue pit where I can burn the shit off. And well, I don't know if she actually did it, but I suggested it to her. Okay, so the reason why I decided to tell her that was because I know, even though that she has moved on, and even though, you know, she said, I don't love this guy anymore, I'm not thinking about him ever again, I still noticed that that event or that relationship has a really huge impact on her. And I just want her to start the year afresh without thinking about this guy or whatever harm that he has done to her. Hey, if you're watching this video, I just want you to know, burn that shit. Really. Okay, so now you know that you need to burn them all. So what you need to do is that you need to find a cauldron, or you can also find, you know, like a barbecue pit, and then just light a bonfire. Once you light it up, you just throw whatever item that you want to purify. Or if you remember the step 1 and step 2, you can also throw the paper that I was telling you about. While you're throwing it, you have to think about those things that you want to let go and you want to cleanse yourself from. Just imagine yourself rising from the ashes like some phoenix. It's like, I'm reborn, I'm new, I'm a completely different person this year, and I just want to be better. Number 4, this is also one of my favorite, make a wish. So in Refinery 29's article, I saw something that says along the line that we should be more aggressive during this full moon in Leo. So it's really not the time for us to just let it go and go with the flow kind of thing, you know. I feel that's more of like a full moon in Pisces kind of thing, but definitely not for full moon in Leo. Instead, you should be more honest, more bold, and more blunt about what you really want. Like, you really have to be honest with yourself and thinking about, hey, what is good for me exactly? What do I need to, let's say, enhance more self-love, or what do I need to be happy? What do I need to do? So what you should do is that after you finish the whole purifying burning ritual thing, you can start making a wish for yourself. I think personally, this is just me though, but let me show you this. I've actually bought this really cute moon badge candle from Ritual Provisions, and she's actually pouring it only during the full moon. And so I've been waiting to use this since like the last full moon, like when it was actually arrived. And this was like a candle that has a lot of crystal quartz inside. I'm going to really use it to try to manifest the things that I want in my life. So this is just my personal preference, but I think you can use other candles, just like normal white candles or something. I think you can do that. So what you need to do is you need to really think about what you want to achieve, and you imagine it hard. Like you really imagine all the details of what you want to happen. Like let's say your wish is to have a change in career life. You want to pursue another type of career, and then you just think about it and think about how your life is going to change after that. Are you going to be happy? Are you going to have like a bigger house or anything? Wish as hard as you can while you burn that candle, and send the positive vibe to the universe. Don't forget that once you're done with the whole thing, you have to work twice as hard to actually make it come true. Because I don't believe that, if you start wishing for something and then if you don't do anything about it, I seriously don't think that it's going to come true that way. So at least you have to work on something. And that, my folks, is how you celebrate the lunar eclipse and full moon in Leo this week. So thanks a lot for watching my new video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find it beneficial for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or follow me everywhere at Foxglove Tarot. What are you going to do on this week's full moon and lunar eclipse in Leo? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you have your own ritual, or maybe you're just gonna watch the moon with your friends and family. Let me know. I love to hear from you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.